Gloria. Hello, Rosie here, and welcome to this week's episode of Let's Talk EA. We've got a very special guest again this week. We have Gloria Desorcy, the Executive Director of the Consumers Association of Canada, Manitoba Branch. So last week we had Byron in, and he was telling us a little bit about the role that PILC has in the Legitimacy Project. And since you work for the Consumers Association of Canada, and they are also a partner in this project, I was hoping that you could tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
Well, CAC Manitoba is a nonprofit volunteer organization that has its major two jobs are to inform and empower consumers and to represent the consumer interest in Manitoba. We've been around for 70 years this year, since 1947, and we are a branch of the National Consumers Association of Canada.
And tell us a little bit about what your role is in the Legitimacy Project.
One of the things that's really important to us about this project is the fact that it's looking at consumers' access to information and to environmental assessment. We're very interested in consumer engagement. We're very interested in consumers being able to exercise their right to a voice in the marketplace and to their right to have information about products and services that they purchase and use.
What part of environmental assessment is so important to you?
Well, I think the most important thing about environmental assessment is the opportunity, the public aspect of it, the transparency of it, and the opportunity for consumers to both gain education and information and to have their say. And that is important because it is their right, but it's also important because when consumers make decisions with regards to products, with regards to services, they're sort of voting for those products in the marketplace. And how can one vote if one doesn't have enough information to make a good ethical or ethical decision that is in line with your own values?
Are there any ways that our viewers can participate in some of the activities that the Consumers Association of Canada are putting on?
Sure. We're not putting on this activity, but we're participating in it. The Clean Environment Commission hearings into the environmental assessment of the Manitoba-Minnesota transmission line begins on May 8th.
We actually talked about that in one of our episodes. So
okay.
Go back and listen to that one.
And consumers are very welcome to make presentations at that, to voice their concerns, to ask questions, and have their say in that process. Also, we are always looking for volunteers to help us get work done. As a volunteer and nonprofit organization, we have a variety of different kinds of work that volunteers do. And we always happily and humbly accept donations from consumers to the work that we do. So,
well, the work that you do is very important, so thank you for that, and thank you for being on our web series.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
We will make sure to include the links both to the hearings that you can present at and also how you can get involved with CAC. And on that note, we'll leave it there and see you next week on Let's Talk EA.
Does she scare you?